What's up, everybody, and welcome to my NXT review. A lot of things going on in the show tonight as the Dusty Classic continues. What does this show really have planned tonight as this whole tournament or whatever's going on in NXT continues on this show, huh? We do kick it off, though, with another, well, not a first round, but a quarterfinal match for the Dusty Classic as MSK. Like I said before, I'm going to keep calling them Dez and Wentz because those new names fucking suck. And I'm kind of in a way Trey kind of stayed with Impact. At least we can still call him Trey Miguel because this whatever Wes Lee and Nash Carter shit sounds very bad. I don't mind the team name, but like I said before, I'm calling them still Dez and Wentz. They went against Spud and Killian Dane. Obviously, they still doing that little whistle music and a little beat to it, like a rock beat. So they're still doing that. The match was good. I'll give it that. I figured MSK was going to win after they did like their what was like a heart attack, like a blockbuster finish onto Spud and whatnot. Even though Spud was being used as a weapon throughout the entire match himself, anyways, by Killian Dane. I figured MSK was gonna go over, given that they just got here anyway. So it wasn't a bad tag match or anything. I just kind of figured who was really gonna win. But like I said, those new names suck. Okay, they just suck. Next, we got a sit down interview with Kurt Stallion. Basically, he introduced himself, talking about growing up, yes, in Texas, and talked about shooting stars, which inspired him to become a WWE star and whatnot. So I guess they're trying to at least get people to care about Kurt Stallion and know who he is, because honestly, I didn't know who the fuck this dude was last week. They just say he's from 205 Live, and I'm like, well, I don't watch 205 Live, and I don't really know who's fighting for the Cruiserweight title over there, so I couldn't have given a shit. So at least they're trying to get him over. They're trying. Um, Next, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez went against Jesse Kamaya and Aaliyah. Robert Stone was out there. I haven't seen Robert Stone in a while now, but but yeah, another of the Dusty Classic first round tournament for the women. Um, which ended up with Gonzalez and Dakota Kai going over, which I figured that was going to happen anyways. Given that they've been a team for a while, I could see them probably winning this tournament when you think about it. But they did win this match, moving on to the tournament. Basically, I guess next they were, what are they going to be? No, I don't think they're going to be facing The Way, which I guess I found out Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae moved on to 205, which they were in the back. Well, all the way were back there talking about you don't say the word Kushida and whatnot. So next thing you know, Dexter Lumis was, I guess, behind some curtains, watching this whole thing go down. Scarlett Bordeaux, I guess, had a card, basically, I guess, talking about Cross. I'm sure he's training. He's on his way back to the title sooner or later, okay? Next, Tyler Russ went against I didn't even know who this dude was, okay? Some guy that looks like he was from WWE 2K video games, which Malcolm Bivens selected his opponent, given, someone on his level. So, yeah, Tyler Russ beat this dude submission. So, Tyler Russ, you guys got potential. I just don't know where this is going with Malcolm Bivens and whatnot, and just facing this random job guy. But they're trying to build him up, okay? Next, Kyle O'Reilly was talking to Balor in the back. Basically, says, "Can I trust you?" And Balor says, "What do you think?" And I guess we'll have to trust each other tonight when we get in the ring. Kushida and Leon Ruff were already in the ring as the Grizzled Young Veterans came out. Zach Gibson talked about how they have the advantage. We've been a team, as you guys, are just singles guys. Kushida and his jeans, and Leon Ruff being a one-hit wonder, and you'll be soon to be recognized. A good tag match, though, I should say, between the Grizzled Young Vets and Kushida and Leon Ruff. I figured who'd probably be going over here, like I said before, given that the Grizzled Young Vets are an actual tag team. So they ended up getting a win with the clean win, by the way, with the ticket to Mayhem onto Leon Ruff. But then right after, freaking Gargano and Austin Theory showed up. They started beating up Kushida and Leon Ruff. But as Austin Theory's holding Leon Ruff's head, next thing you know, Dexter Lumis ends up, I guess, staring behind them and then staring back at Gargano and them. As Austin Theory was kind of worried then about that. They then showed, I guess, Kurt Stallion on the ground, William Regal was checking, like, who did this to you? He said Legado, so he went to the Legado del Fantasma, which he went to their locker room saying, like, listen, you are going to face Kurt Stallion for that Cruiserweight title, and it will be on the line. Because if something happens to him mysteriously again, it's going to be consequences. And as Santos picked up his title, there was a card there, and it said the end is near. But it says, now we got to go to happy hour, okay? We're not really worried about it. So, do I believe that Killer Cross is going to kill Santos Escobar? 9 times out of 10, yes, because he really was talking about him last week in that promo. And if we know Killer Cross and the end is near, yeah, I think Santos Escobar may be a dead man right here, okay? So, and like I said, this guy's the Cruiserweight champ. It's not like he's losing a belt. He's just a freaking dead man. I'll say that right now. So I think that's going to happen. Toni Storm, or some would say Super Thick Toni Storm, came out to talk about Io Shirai, talking about her messing up the whole tag team with her and Mercedes Martinez last week. Basically, she said she wants that title. Io Shirai came out and says, it's clear that I don't like you. She ended up attacking her. Both started brawling in. Mercedes Martinez came in and ended up taking Io Shirai down with a big choke bomb, which, man, I got to make up after that horrible throw Io threw last week onto Mercedes on that table. But Mercedes ended up looking at the title then right after that. Toni Storm got in her face. Io Shirai hit a big kick from behind off the rope springboarding. Toni Storm took Io Shirai off the top rope, trying to go for her moonsault. Ended up attacking Martinez, pulling her out. And then Toni Storm came in and hit her with several hip attacks before holding up the title. Obviously, at some point, it's going to be a triple threat match for this NXT women's title. So I kind of expect that to happen. You ready for that? Next, I guess they showed Imperium. I may assume Walter may be coming in back into the U.S. part of NXT. I'm not really sure, but I know he's still over in the U.K. one. We'll see what happens there. The Colossal one, Bronson Reed went against Swerve. Obviously, I figured who was going to win this. It was not a bad match, though, let me say that. Because, I know Swerve ended up hitting like a 450, which Bronson Reed kicked out, tossing him in the air. But Reed basically got him with a big headbutt, took him down a clothesline, and it hit him with a big tsunami splash. I figured Bronson Reed was going to win anyways. They've been giving him somewhat of a push. He didn't have his little Godzilla on his neck again and whatnot, but they've been kind of giving him a push for a second now. So Bronson Reed, I want to see where this goes. Swerve, I have no idea what they're really doing with right now. Ciampa was in the back talking about, the fights he remembers, which teach him respect. Timothy Thatcher ended up coming in and saying, the fight pit changes people, whatnot, but now they're in the Dusty class. I found out it was kind of odd, literally right after the fight pick. The next day, they said that, okay, they are now a tag team and they're in the Dusty Classic. I'm like, that was kind of out of nowhere, given that they just faced each other like 24 hours ago in the fight pit. So that was kind of odd. Next in the main event, though, Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly versus Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, the tag champs. Not a bad tag main event, I should say. Ended up with Kyle O'Reilly getting the heel hook onto Burch to get the win. Good main event. Right after Pete Dunne ended up showing up then, as the whole crew attacked Balor. O'Reilly tried to help, but they ended up getting a numbers advantage, even basically pulling Finn Balor up. And, Pete Dunne does this whole finger-breaking thing onto him as the rest of the Undisputed Era came out then, and basically had a stare-down with Pete Dunne and Lorcan and Burch. Balor's in the ring looking too. He kind of looked at all the Undisputed Era, and then he just kind of decided to back off then and get out of Dodge from there. So, like I said, we did get a stare down here. Obviously, probably be some 6-man tag by next week or two with all this. Where does Balor fit in this? I don't know. But obviously, Pete Dunne is still going for the title against Balor. Obviously. Probably the match is going to be soon. Don't really know when, but it's going to happen. But, even Balor just kind of looking at O'Reilly. Yeah, I felt honestly the air was about to jump Balor, okay? It looked like that because what they said earlier, do you trust me? And although they didn't trust each other, and they just kind of get out of there, then, Balor's like, I'm standing in the ring Undisputed Era. I'm going to just let these guys do their thing, okay? So that's kind of what happened there. But other than that, though, that is my review of NXT tonight. Find me on Twitter. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the show in general. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you like about NXT tonight, other than, maybe the Dusty Classic tournaments or the main event, or, anything that was relatively important on this show if you want to see what happened on here, okay? But other than that, though, that is my review of NXT. I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.